Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is addressing a controversy surrounding her prosecution of Donald Trump and 13 others. Willis spoke yesterday at a black church in Atlanta, and it was her first public comment since one of Trump's co-defendants asked that the charges against him be thrown out on the claim that Willis has an ongoing romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, one of the special prosecutors she hired. Willis did not admit to the relationship yesterday, but repeatedly said she is flawed and imperfect. She accused those on the Republican side who are now attacking her of playing the race card.
Isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years.
Last week, a Fulton County judge said he plans to hold a hearing next month to address the allegations against Willis, but he's waiting to hear from her first before setting a date.
Okay, guys, we absolutely have to talk about this. This is a breaking story that just came out today, January 22nd, where we have a judge unsealing the divorce records of top Trump prosecutor Nathan Wade after bank statements show he traveled with Fani Willis. Now, why is this important? Well, if you've not been following this story, let me see if I can get to this pretty quickly and get you up to speed. As you know, after the election in 2020, the Georgia DA, I believe in Fulton County, went after Trump for election interference. The lead prosecutor there was Nathan Wade, the guy here on the right. The DA is the woman on the left, Fani Willis. Now, this is all alleged. So, he goes after Trump, but the problem is there are now allegations that these two were actually having an affair, and that is a ethical collusion which could get the whole case against Trump thrown out. Now, what evidence is there to support that? That's what today is all about. This gentleman here on the right, Mr. Nathan Wade, the prosecuting attorney, his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife here on the right, her name is Jocelyn Wade. She wants to get Fani Willis here to testify in her divorce hearings. Now, if that were to happen, if she were to testify in Jocelyn Wade's and Mr. Wade's divorce hearings, then that would prove that these two were having an affair. It would also prove that the RICO case against Trump could be thrown out. That's what's at stake. And what you saw there in the clip earlier, she didn't deny it. She went to the black church to see if she could get herself some sympathy so she can call her the race card and prepare for some blowback if that were to happen, allegedly, of course. And so that's where we stand. Now, again, where is the evidence to support this? Well, Judge Henry R. Thomas today, on Monday, issued a stay on the deposition for which Ms. Wade wanted Ms. Willis to testify. So that's been kind of held off. But Jocelyn Wade's attorney told the judge on Monday that her client wants Fani Willis's deposition not as a Fulton County DA, but as the alleged paramour of my client's husband. And paramour basically means lover. I have questions and she needs to answer them, Jocelyn Wade's lawyer told the judge. The judge ordered the stay, he basically said, you don't have to testify for now, since he wants to hear more from Nathan Wade. So in a few weeks or next week, whenever, January 31st, there's going to be an evidentiary hearing where they're going to show some evidence. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Fani Willis, quote, financially benefited, unquote, from a romantic relationship from Nathan Wade, a top prosecutor she hired to go after President Trump. So here you have the DA using another person, an attorney, Nathan Wade, who she has allegedly an affair with, to go after President Trump, in which she, quote, financially benefited, unquote, from this partnership. This is coming from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. In August, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis hit President Trump and 18 others with RICO and conspiracy charges for daring to challenge the 2020 election. That in and of itself is a whole nother issue. But let's keep going. The motion was filed in the Superior Court of Fulton County on behalf of defendant Michael Roman. This is the guy they went after, a former Trump campaign official who was hit with counts 1, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 in the Fani Willis RICO case. Let's keep going. The motion seeks to have the charges against Michael Roman dismissed and for Fani Willis, Nathan Wade, and everyone on the DA's office to be disqualified from the RICO case against Trump. And that's where this whole thing comes down. If it can be proven that these two were having an affair against this woman, that would, in of itself, not a big deal. But when you have these RICO cases, money being transferred, allegedly, of course, then all of a sudden, the ethics of law have to come into play. The filing claims Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor hired to go after Trump, paid for luxury vacations he took with Fani Willis to Napa Valley and a cruise in the Caribbean, and used money from Fulton County to pay for their out-of-town escapades. Wow. If this is true, this is crazy. Quote, county records show that Wade, who has played a prominent role in the election interference case, has been paid nearly $654,000 in legal fees since January 2022. The DA authorizes this compensation, unquote. This is coming from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. An attorney for Fani Willis immediately filed a motion to squash the subpoena and accused Jocelyn Wade, the soon-to-be ex-wife, of interfering with her RICO case against Trump. So Fani Willis here says, you know what? So what, I'm having an affair with this person? It has nothing to do with that. This woman here is interfering with my RICO case. But don't you realize that had nothing to do with interfering? If it's true, you should not have been doing it in the way you were doing it. It should be thrown out. And what she's trying to say here is, you're preventing me from doing something that's maybe illegal, but definitely unethical. That's what she's accusing her of. Now, this is interesting here because last Friday, Jocelyn Wade, going back to her again, this is her on the right, she came back and blasted her for that through her legal counsel and filed a response. And she basically said this. She actually produced the receipts. Furthermore, Ms. Willis implied threat to pursue charges against defendant and her counsel based on inconvenient facts from her personal life that are directly relevant to the ongoing divorce proceedings in the above styled action is an affront to the integrity of her office, unquote. Jocelyn Wade's attorney writes. Let's keep going to the bottom here. It's just more stuff here, but the bank statements prove Nathan Wade bought Fani Willis flights to Miami and San Francisco. There will be a hearing as early as February to look into Fani Willis's relationship with Nathan Wade. The court filing is actually here. You can see it as well here. I'll just scroll through it. You can just take a look at that if you want, or I'll leave a link to this article. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely incredible. And I will say this, look, when you have this woman here who was caught allegedly in a compromised position where she hired someone who she's sleeping with to go after a former president of the United States in a case that allegedly, this is ridiculous, involves interference in an election, which we know how I feel about that. But at the same time, aren't you interfering with the current election? Because the whole point of doing this is to get him behind bars before November. Incredible. But then to cap it all off, if everything else fails, you do what? You call for the race card. And that's what they do. This skin color becomes a god. It becomes an affront. It becomes their golden calf. It becomes something that they can use anytime they want, simply to get off or to get a defense, play victimhood, whatever it is. It's really a superpower, this race card, because we let it be a superpower. But in the end, it's nothing more than just a trifling defense when there is no defense to be had. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Like and subscribe. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. We'll probably hit that by this weekend. Super excited. We'll be doing a live stream. When that happens, real time, we will be letting you know in the community tab of The Conservative Take. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next video.